Live.
Trojans Live is brought to you by Cooper Tires. Cooper Tires knows that the 4 tires on your vehicle are what connect you to the road and help keep you safe. Count on Cooper and visit coopertires.com today. Jordan Moore, John Jackson, and Khalia Lanier joins us now on Trojans Live. Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week in the first week of the season, so you got off to a good start. The team is 4-2. You swept that opening week and then went on the road up and down this past week. What's been the good and bad so far? How do you assess the team through 2 weeks?
I think it's definitely a new team, so we have a lot to work on. But emotionally, I think we have a lot to work on there. But physically, we have a lot of very athletic muscular girls that are ready to put the ball down at any given point. So we can be very dynamic if our passing is there, which is something we need to work on. But our pins are super athletic, and our middles are always closing the block and working hard to do that. So there's a lot of ups and downs, especially this past weekend, but it's only going to make us stronger in the long haul. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to talk about. The development and how you guys sort of progress is really the key to this, right? I mean, it's not where you start, but it's how you progress. How do you sort of picture that happening with your team? Is it more of a continuity amongst the team, or is it just you guys playing and getting better?
Yeah, I think we just have to go in the gym and grind every day. Practice is big for us, and Mick definitely today stressed it. He was kind of going crazy in our gym, like, hey, we need a sense of urgency. We need competition in our gym at all times, and I know it can be stressful for us on the court, but he's right in the end. So every day is going to be a grind and trying to get better and working on our new offense and stuff like that. So with that hard work comes big rewards, so hopefully we get to see that in the end.
You know, you mentioned the emotional side of it. Is there a more emotional sport than women's volleyball? I feel, first off, you take the best photos. Every time we send a photographer, the photos are amazing because you celebrate after every point, big smiles. Is there ever a girl on the team that's just like not into it? It's like, why are we doing this after every point?
I don't think so. The basketball team will always come to our games, and they always make fun of us, like, yeah, and stuff like that. So it's funny to joke about, but when you're in the moment, it's just so raw. And, like, whether you're the one getting blocked or doing the blocking, there's always a roller coaster that you're on. But you kind of have to learn how to control it and go with the ebbs and flows. And eventually, the kills don't mean so much. And I remember when I first started playing, I'd get a kill and be like, oh, my gosh, like, so excited.
Now you rack them up. Just rack them up.
I try to.
Yeah, we love having you here at USC, of course, as you mentioned, from Arizona, right?
Yes.
Scottsdale, I think. But,
Yeah.
why USC?
I was really choosing between here, Texas, and Stanford. And when I got on campus here, it was like this weird gut feeling. I like really still can't tell you what it was, but the combination of the athletics, the academics, and like such a amazing school pride, something that I had at my high school, Xavier Prep, and people were so supportive there, and I really liked coming into something like that in college and having the college experience as well. So. Well,
if Khalia's last name is familiar to anyone out there, let me talk about the one thing I'm sure you get asked about in every single interview. Of course, your father is NBA professional basketball Hall of Famer Bob Lanier. Why did you choose volleyball over basketball?
Well, I used to play basketball.
I would imagine that.
Yeah. I played always with all boys, and I think after a while it was like, I don't want boys touching me anymore. Like, I don't want anyone touching me. So my sister always played volleyball, so I kind of learned to follow her footsteps, and I wanted to get out of the footsteps of my dad. So trying to make a name for myself and
Well, I want you, I'm sure you get asked about your father, as I said, every single time. Tell us about your mother. I'm sure she never gets any love in the interviews.
No, she is my best friend. She's the most amazing person, and she's always at our games. She's like the total muscly one in the front row, rocking the best outfits. So she keeps me focused and is always there and always supporting me. So I love her so much. Shout out to my mom. Yeah, she's amazing.
Was there any pressure or difficulty growing up with your dad being so prestigious, well-known, and the expectation for you to, to not necessarily achieve what he has achieved, but, equivalent, the expectation is for you to be good?
Yeah, I don't think I ever got that from my parents, actually, but from myself.
From USC you will.
Yeah. There's always an expectation to be great. So I think I put it on myself more than anyone else, but it kind of puts the pressure on you to be great and live up to your own expectations. So every day I know there's something I have to work on and a legacy that I kind of have to fulfill in my own spotlight. So.
Well, women's volleyball is in the midst of a long road stretch as they bond and come together as a team. They will be back home September 24 against Oregon State. So that's the next time that you can catch them in the Galen Center. And go to usctrojans.com for more info on USC women's volleyball. Thank you, Khalia Lanier.
Thank you.
Up next, we should have the head coach, Clay Helton, fresh off the practice field on Trojans Live.
You know he's only calling 'cause he's drunk.